And that's a hot mic. That's a very hot mic. Welcome, everyone, to the last podcast of 2020. We did it. We made it.
Yay!
We're still
we did
alive. Well, yeah.
Mostly.
Oh, I got a story to tell you guys in a second once we've done our introductions. But hey, I'm Johnny. Kind of run this shindig. Podcast portion, anyway. And looking at me menacingly down below is Jimbo Socks.
I didn't mean to look menacingly. I didn't look. Hi, everybody. Just got done attempting a heist with Robe and Wolf and
me.
And Woody, and it went. I think we're gonna have to revisit that again in the future, but for now it's okay.
I saw the comment in chat already. Jimbo, what are you drinking?
It's called a K9 Winter Warmer by Flying Dog Brewing. Ale brewed with cardamom, vanilla bean, and cocoa. It's part of my beer advent. Otherwise booze. Sorry.
I thought we were going for the obvious joke. Hey, drinking sweet tea.
Oh. I probably could have gone for that joke, but yeah, no.
GTA might have fried your brain a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Our brain, I don't want to say our brains are fried, but yeah.
Yeah. And this big blob of peach coloring in this corner is Woody mad because I don't know if that's just the dominant color from your sprite work, but
I would assume
that describes my sprite work and it describes me, the big blob of peach color.
Oh, gentlemen, how have your weeks been? We'll start with Woody because I completely glossed over him last week, and I do apologize for that. Because I was just like, hey, how was your week? Oh, yeah, okay, let's get on with the news. He's like, hey, what about my week? I'm like, oh, God, I am so sorry. I forgot.
My week has been good. I'm on a snow day today. I'm on another snow day tomorrow, which is why I am also drinking and on a podcast at 10 o'clock at night, which is usually past my bedtime. Been playing some more games recently, and I'm sure you'll ask, what have you been playing recently? Well, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I just started it.
Nice.
And I loved it. I just started it. I'm only like an hour in, and oh my god. Yeah. And this is I didn't play the original till this year, so it's like no nostalgia for me. Just a really good game.
Same here. Well, I mean, like previously, I think I did in like last December, January. I just went through the original before the remake came out.
So I just started that because I beat Ghost of Tsushima finally.
Yeah.
It took me a long time, but I also platinumed it. Like I collected all the trophies, I got everything in that game. So
you pet all the foxes.
I pet all the foxes. Everyone should play that game because it's really good and beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then the last thing I've been playing besides my usual fighting games, which I always play, I've been playing Mortal Kombat 11. Actually started playing as Joker, but I've also been on a creator mode lately, so I've been making a lot of levels in Mario Maker 2.
Okay.
And I've been making some races in GTA.
Of course you have.
I will say I saw your one tweet about the Mario Maker you made where it was just I don't think I could do that level.
That's an easy level.
Is it the one with the cape and you have to like hit the R button to do the spin jumps?
It's the spinning jump one. Jack Patilla played it.
Yeah, that's the spinny one, but we made the mistake of actually trying to play that multiplayer. You physically cannot play that multiplayer.
No.
None
of my levels are multiplayer.
Yeah.
But I think I have a plan for Mario Maker just because if you saw Ross, formerly from Game Grumps, had been making like his own like 8 worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that, and I want to challenge some of you hosts to play some of my levels.
Oh, well, you know who you should reach out to with that?
The Mario champion, the best Mario player we know, Debaser. Is that it?
I think so. All right, everybody, it's just Woody and I here on the podcast.
I feel like we should have a rematch at some point.
I mean,
just me and him.
I mean, if you want to lose again, yeah, sure.
Oh shit. Well, that's a
so yeah, I've been creative and Final Fantasy and Ghost of Tsushima and of course fighting games like always.
Nice. Yeah, but what have you been up to?
The end.
And the end. Well, kind of like Woody, playing some fighting games. Obviously they dropped a new character in Tekken, and it's always fun to go back and play that. I spend way too much time in Tekken at this point.
They also unlocked a new character for Power Rangers.
That is
Yes,
true. Scorpina.
Last one
She's
for
dropped still.
season 3.
Yep. So stay tuned to Game Days for that in the future. But it's a lot of fighting games. A game I went back and picked up was a game I necessarily I don't know how to describe it. It's a game that I played a bunch of, but never really. There's only one achievement I want to get in it, and it's Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which is unlock all the awoken skills or the transformations for each, I guess, character or race or whatever in the game. And I am 4/5 of the way through. I just got to unlock the Frieza race transformation, and then I'll get it. But other than that, just kind of scouting games to play for game day purposes, as well as my own channel. And I mean, that's about it. What about you, Johnny?
Nice.
What you been playing? What you been up to?
Main game for me has been Dragon Quest XI-S because that finally dropped on Game Pass, and been having a hell of a time playing that. I mean, it's at its core, it's still a Dragon Quest game. I mean, it's one thing I will give the Enix side of Square Enix is that Dragon Quest is a game that they really fuck around with. It's like, nope, it's always medieval. There's central themes. There's always the same monsters. There's always the same equipment. They'll throw maybe one or two new things here and there, but essentially it's a core JRPG through and through for the last 30 God knows how many years. Right. I mean, also, you got the artwork by Akira Toriyama, so everything looks Dragon Ball because that's his aesthetic. Like, I ran into a little Italian kid that looks like Vegeta. So
Vegeta.
Yeah, I'll wait for him. It's like, oh, but who are you, little boy? I'm waiting for I am Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans. But then I hear Papa the Boopy. Apologies to all Italians.
Oh man.
But playing through that, now there's this other mechanic that they threw in where there's these tiny little like glowy characters that you can find around the map, and they give you passwords. And there's this city that they take you to, and it converts it to 2D. You can actually technically play the entire game sprite based. Like they built the sprites 16-bit style. You can play the whole game like that if you wanted to. But for this one, they take you to this little map where all of them live. And basically, it's a side quest, and they say that someone has gone back through time and has like changed and rewritten Dragon Quest history. So you have to go change it. I got the first password. I opened up the first book, and it takes you to the second village in the very first Dragon Quest game. And it's a nostalgic hit to the gut. I'm not ashamed to say this. I almost cried. Like, I had all of the stuff rush back up. It's like, I remember this music, the sounds, everything. Like you hit a monster, it goes into the old school style, it plays the music from the Nintendo, and it's like,
yeah.
I swear to God, like I will blubber when I get to Dragon Quest 4. If there's a level where I go to Endor and just dick around in the casino, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's it. Stream's over. I can't handle it. I'm just gonna sit here and play the slot machines and remember my dad. Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
because I've told it before. Told us before. Well, Dragon Warrior 4 on the NES. Like we rented that a whole ton of times, and there was one time that I was determined on finally beating it. I never did until later, years later on emulator, because RPGs are they're long, and a gas station will only let you rent it out for so long. But I managed to get to the casino on someone else's save file, and we were just dicking around in it. And I get the control of my dad because I had to go to the bathroom, and I just said, "Oh, just keep popping coins in here. Let me know what happens." And he tells me on like his second pull, he hit all sevens and got me like 1,000 coins. And I'm like, "What did you do?" He's like, "Oh, I just hey, like you told me."
that RNG.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I've been playing. The rest of my time has just been basically, other than dealing with IRL work, has been trying to grow on other platforms. Like I mentioned months ago that I made TikTok out of boredom and general curiosity after the U.S. almost banned the fucking thing because of China.
Yeah, we are idiots.
Yeah. But I looked at it and I was like, okay, the one thing I've taken away from this is that people like to do the same twerk dance to so many different songs.
Yeah.
That all depends though on like the algorithm on TikTok is so weird. Like they'll base it on your location and then they'll base it on what they think you like. And I guess TikTok, when they say that I'm soon to be 38-year-old man, like single moms, I'm like, that does not mean at least please give me something else. And then it starts giving me like there's these ones that like there's just like they just film themselves crying and then they have like in the text like it's like, oh, my husband left me, they left my kids. I was like, why are you posting this type of content? And it's not until I start.
Content you're getting too.
I don't know. Right? So
you either
I just like
you have a secret to tell us.
Then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna search for it. I'm just gonna search for Twitch. I'm gonna search for Twitch streamers, see how that goes. And there's a bunch of them that have generally good content. There's also ones that they give you tips, and then there's also ones that are all about self promotion or trying to promote. And first, like and then I just started posting stuff myself. So some of the stuff that I found that's weird how the algorithm works. Like for me, my top videos on there are me just filming the screen on movies that I find have like big plot points. The first one I had was I filmed A New Hope, where Porkins is like, I got a problem here, and Biggs tells him to eject. I go, oh, yeah. Eject? You're in space. Where are you gonna go?
What you don't understand is that he had to poop, and that's what he meant by eject.
That's how I say it.
Yeah. So most of my time is
I
like
have to eject.
So most of my free time when I'm not at work has been like, okay, where can I post? What can I post? I need to tell other people, hey, I'm a streamer. Come watch me too. No success yet, but Rome wasn't built in a day, so I'm still kind of plugging away on that. The thing is that I have discovered other cool streamers because of that, which I've sent people through to on raids. And that's kind of one of the other things I was doing from December. It was like trying to find new people to raid. Now, like I mean, no offense to any of the people I raid. I love Malice Last. I love Hugs. I love Spook. I love all these people that we normally raid. But I was like, you know what? Let's just try and find some new people. And I found a really nice retro streamer by the name of, and I love her name. It's Shanna Berry Blast. So
she
plays
a single mom.
Huh?
Damn it!
Is she a single mom?
Damn it, Woody.
It's just through Twitch, okay? Shut goddamn mouth. But no, she's a retro streamer. She plays on original hardware. And one of the other things that, since watching her, I found out is apparently the BizHawk emulator that is used primarily with crowd control. Apparently, there is a random game feature on it where it will randomize the game you're playing. So you do it in intervals. So I've seen her, like, she's playing through Mega Man, and then there's a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then it flips to Metroid. So it's not a ROM. It just basically pauses, save states your game, loads another game, and you play that. So she's like flipping between Mega Man, Metroid, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mario Brothers.
Will it go back to a game she previously played at, like, where she left off?
Yes. Yeah, so if she's like, oh yeah, Ninja Gaiden's in there as well. So like, if she's in mid jump when it changes, she has to remember that, like, oh god, what was this game? Most of the time, it's just I forgot I was in Ninja Gaiden. Boom, I'm in the pit. So that is something that I want to try out at some point.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I recommend it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's what I've been dealing with. That's what I've been doing in between streams. It's just trying to grow the brand and maybe even I know we don't want. I know adding another social media to Game Days might be a little bit too much, but I'm thinking maybe a Game Days TikTok. It might get us more exposure. You never know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to put any
I've been
pressure
trying to
anyone,
work on. I've been trying to work on some things in the background for Game Days. Like I have some videos that in the backlog that we can start putting out soon. Things like that.
Yep. No, stuff's in the work. That's just stuff that we're probably all getting together soonish to talk about.
As the as our Super Bowl has happened, we had a nice
Which, Robe, thank you for spoiling that in our private DMs.
I it's a Robe. If you're watching this, it's okay that it happened. I mean,
you made a mistake, you fucked up, and you apologize, so it's okay.
That's okay.
Be sure, guys, to be here on December 30th for the last game day of the year when we do our GTA 5 game day, because you're gonna want to be here for that pop off. Like, I'm gonna pop off like nobody's business when that alert goes off. Trust me. Yeah.
Can't wait to hear what the alert drop is this year. Last year it was Ode to Joy, and then we forgot to change it afterwards. So
yeah, so someone does $4. He's like, da, 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 da.
Like, oh, it was Ode to Joy at like max volume too.
Yeah,
blew out everybody's eardrums.
Yep.
But
yeah, that's what I've been doing. When I'm not at IRL job with IRL job. Oh God, like,
wait, IRL job?
Yes, my IRL job.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had to tell you about the call, one of the dumber calls I had today.
Uh-oh.
So, like, understandably, the mall is just super dead because COVID. Like,
right.
Even though and I think too because the mall I work at had weird hours in between when they reopened into the Christmas hours. So they had days where like I was off at 7 my time, and then there was 2 days of the week that we were off at 9, and then back to that schedule, and then open an hour early on. It's a mess. And then now it's just open till 9, just like we normally would. And then after the Boxing Day sales done, we're going back to those hours. It's a complete mess. I think the problem is that they didn't tell anyone. Like, they didn't have like a big ad campaign to say, hey, holiday hours, da, da, da. So I don't think a whole lot of people know that we're open during that time. So between 6 and 9, it's basically sitting there on our phones. And by that point of the day, I am so tired of watching the news in every province with all these people doing their best E3 press conference voice, telling us to wash our hands and to wear our masks. I'm like, yes, I get it. I scream it all the time, too. I had to scream it into the police, but that's another story there. And I was like, I can't deal with this. I flip it up to our sci-fi channel, and I watch Star Trek. Because they just marathon all the shows every day.
Right.
But during that, I get a call, and I'm like, and they're like, yeah, so my mom and dad, their phones have full bars. My phone has full bars, but my husband only has 1 bar. I'm like, okay, well, we're the store. We don't do technical support. I apologize for that, but I can give you the number to call to technical support. They can help you out, but I have to tell you to do this and that. And they're like, yeah, I already did that. They told me to call you.
After you called support?
That seems
and I
wrong.
said, well, no, they shouldn't be doing that because we can't do anything. Like, the best I can do is tell you to come in and you can get a new phone. Well, I don't want to do that. I want to know why this isn't working. I'm like, here's the number for the Apple Store. Give them a call. Bye. I then proceeded to go out back and bang my head on the countertop over and over.
Right.
My coworker's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, just killing brain cells. Whatever ones I have left. Tell you, January, I can't get here quick enough because I told my boss in the midst of all this, I was like, I need a week off. He's like, I can't give you a week off. I said, I know. It's the holidays. You need all hands on deck, which apparently nobody shows up for all hands on deck anyway. But second week of January, which I was supposed to have off anyway for MagFest, but you know that's not happening. I still taking it off. It's like,
I don't blame you.
I have a feeling the conversation is going to come up where, hey, you still need the time off? I'm like, yes. It's like,
Just to reset
this
myself.
is not a negotiable. I need a week off. It's gonna be
Mental
unpaid.
health
I'm
vacation.
gonna
Yeah.
struggle a little bit. Like I'm saving, but it's like I need off.
Mental health is
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I
take it
told him
off.
too. I said, mental health, I need a week off. What I'm gonna do with that week? Well, the world's
None of your
probably gonna
business.
still be in shit. I'm probably just gonna stream.
There you
Like
go.
I might do what another guy did to get himself partnered. I'm like, all right, full on streams. I took the time off work. Let's go. Let's grow. Let's get this done. But I'll have to wait and see on that.
Johnny becomes only a Fortnite streamer.
Ooh.
You joke? I was thinking
No.
of doing a Fortnite stream and just entitling it. Can you have fun in Fortnite? And
Oh,
just
yeah.
trying other things other than to try and win.
Yeah.
Like we did last year with Short Bus Eric and his extra life incentive to play Fortnite. Like
Yeah.
we weren't trying to win. We were just looking at all the cool shit that was in there. Like the little section of the map that was Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
We had a blast. And I found a hoverboard and I went to this one area where there was like an air gust and I was just doing sick tricks. And like, hey, the guys are shooting you. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm having fun. I was like, oh, we lost. I'm like, well, who cares?
Yep. See, that's how you make those games that you hate fun.
Yeah, Eric's in the chat. He says, I'm Batman. Yeah, we got in there. When you land in that little area that was Gotham, you got bat wings, and there are specific
nice.
Batman weapons in there, like grappling hooks. So we had the
Yeah.
grappling hooks, and we were just flinging around Gotham, going, "I'm Batman."
Fortnite sounds like such a good idea that I would just don't want to play like the main idea of.
I-
the main
I-
game of.
I mean,
There is a creative mode.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's a creative mode. There is private lobbies now where we could do private ones. There's
You don't want-
options.
You don't want me into another creative mode.
Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing. I imagine Woody would play this game enough where he would get shot and build a damn it right on the right on the Fortnite world.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Fortnite, damn it.
Oh hell.
Well, I
Like
mean,
the
there
idea,
are
Jimbo.
technically
welcome.
race cars in there, so unless they took them out, like they're kind of the
Yeah.
kings of putting in cool shit and then taking it out because the tryhards are like, this isn't part of competitive. I'm like, all right, melee players.
Well, you
Free
gotta
melee.
You got to whiff a bo.
Oh god.
Hashtag free melee.
Oh,
We're gonna
God.
get into that soon.
Yep.
Ooh, story time.
Not story time. News story.
Boo-doo-bop-bop-a-dee-beep-boo.
I didn't. I don't even think. Should I go with the intro? Because you kind of just did the song for me.
Yeah.
Shibba-dibba-doo-boop.
yeah.
All right.
Wow wow news.
There, that's a new alert. Now I'll roll the intro. It's time for the news.
Beep, boop, 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 bah.
So we're not gonna kick off with Nintendo first, but we are gonna. Well, technically it's Nintendo. We're gonna try and rapid fire through all the stuff that happened at the Game Awards. Your favorite game did not win because Last of Us 2 won. And if you don't agree with that, you're wrong. Now they
I
want
don't
to kill
care.
it.
I mean, I was just happy that a game won. I mean, I had no real issue with any of the choices for Game of the Year. I looked at that.
You're-
That was one of the few lists where I looked at and goes, no matter what wins, it's cool.
I don't care enough who wins, but I
Yeah.
like your statement. You're just happy a game won the Game Award.
Yeah.
I'm so happy
Well,
a
you
game
know-
won the Game Awards.
You never know. Legitimately, you never know. At some point, they could just be like, no, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck the Oscars. We're done.
I thought The Irishman was going to win Game of the Year.
The Irishman.
Are you talking about the show on Netflix? The
The
movie? On
movie,
Netflix?
yep.
That would have been a serious curveball, and that would be right on line with what 2020 is.
Mm-hmm. Well, they started off with a bang. Just, honestly, they should have waited till near the end of the show for this, but no, they're like, no. Let's just announce Sephiroth now.
Yeah, they knew who was watching.
Yeah, I was at work for this. I told my assistant manager too. I said, I don't care what the rules are with the TV. I'm putting the Game Awards on. He's like, yeah, sure. There's somebody here. If a customer came in, it's like, what are you guys doing? I was like, fuck you, Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
So yeah, Sephiroth announced probably one of the hypest trailers they've done in a while. And apparently, and I never knew this. This is actually the first time a CG Cloud has been in a trailer for Smash Brothers. Because if you remember back 5 years ago when they announced him for Wii U, it was just gameplay. There was no CG anything. And this was like, I guess, like, he talked to Square. Sakurai's just like, all right, if I'm doing this, I'm recreating Advent Children. Which basically, shot for shot, he recreated the final fight of Advent Children.
Right. Now, let me ask you guys, when you saw the trailer or the trailer for it, and you saw Sephiroth holding with the sword, the shadow looked like he stabbed Mario. Did you think he actually stabbed Mario, or
for half a
Mario?
second?
I think how many times has Mario died in like the last since oh god, what was the first one I remember when they announced Ridley?
Yeah,
when they announced Ridley, he's it's like the joke is Mario has to die.
Mega Man got impaled, Mario got impaled, and then Ridley's just sitting there with the Mario hat spinning around his figure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mario got killed by Creeper.
Your favorite characters might die sometimes in trailers.
Yeah. This one I got surprised with a new Perfect Dark coming out.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Like, my coworkers, like, they saw me freak out when I heard Agent Dark and I saw the hero. I went, no, fuck you. Like, what's that?
And that building had like the DD on it.
Yeah, I didn't really recognize that at first because I was like, couldn't
looked
remember
familiar, but I couldn't remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Backtracking to Smash. Sakurai's gonna have a gameplay talking point tomorrow. I think it's like a 35-minute long trailer or something.
Tomorrow or Friday?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I wish it was on Friday. I'd actually be able to watch and react to it.
Cue the Harada, and don't ask me for shit. Now this one surprised me.
Yeah, a new Mass Effect. I mean, that's been rumored that they were going to continue with the main storyline. Now this is a super duper early teaser, so this means don't expect this until 6 years.
2023?
No, not even. God, no. I mean, here's the thing. Like, this isn't on my news docket, but, like, they announced this, like, 2 days after Casey Hudson leaves BioWare. Again. So, I don't have a whole lot of faith. Trilogy. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith in this, but... I mean, I'm gonna have Short Boss Eric in the chat here soon on Twitch say Mass Effect Andromeda wasn't that bad. I'm like, I'm gonna probably sometime try it one more time to get into it. But if it can't keep my interest, I'm gonna be like, no, that's it, man. I can't. Like, it's not due to the glitches because like I didn't play it when the glitches were relevant or new. I just like couldn't get into it.
Right.
So yeah, and the question is, which multicolor ending will be the true one? Ooh. I doubt that they are going to build an entire game based off of 4 technically endings.
I don't know. It's like what series is that? Where you always wonder what the canonical ending is. Oh, I can't remember.
For Mass Effect?
Not Mass Effect. There's another game like that. There's another game that they gave you 2 endings, and it was always which one is the fault. I can't. Anyways.
Shit. I can't remember either.
Yeah.
They said Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming to Xbox Series X. Not the one because apparently it will blow up your console if it attempts to run that.
Not a surprise.
Pretty cool.
Turtle Rock Games saying, okay, we're gonna just stop waiting for Valve to make Left 4 Dead 3, so we're gonna make it ourselves, called Back 4 Blood. Hopefully the service stay out for longer than 2 years.
Yeah. The only downfall about this is that I was at bowling while the announcements and everything was being and all the awards and everything was handed out. So I was keeping an eye on all the hashtags on Twitter, and some of these things like this, Back 4 Blood, fell through the cracks for me, but
it looked a lot of fun.
Yeah. Vin Diesel's back in the video game with Arc 2, which I never knew that Arc 1 was completed. I always thought that was a preview game.
It was for a while.
Yeah.
But I played it back when it was like an alpha preview or whatever.
By the way, it's on Game Pass.
But I mean, as much as I like Arc, I don't it wasn't great for its story, and adding Vin Diesel does not make me want to play it more.
Yeah, because Ark was pretty much just Minecraft with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But it was so buggy too.
Uh, yeah, well, I mean, they're also going to have an animated series, apparently.
Sure.
That I'm actually more interested in than the actual game.
Right.
New teasers for Dragon Age. Again, don't expect that.
Somewhere Claire Bear just got really excited.
Melanie's excited too. She's a big Dragon Age fan. They announced a new Among Us map.
As well as
The blimp.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh, and also too. Well, I mean this isn't on the docket, but the Indie World. Yesterday they announced Among Us on the Switch, and it's already out.
Yeah, and it is crossplay. So if you have a Switch, but it didn't feel comfortable using your phone or PC, or you don't have either of those to play Among Us with, ta-da!
Yeah. They showed the trailer for Fall Guys Season 3, which is live now.
Have you, Johnny? Have you jumped into Season 3 at all? 'Cause we talked about this more on the game day.
I have not yet.
Okay, yeah, me neither. I have the game updated, and yes, it is $5 like it is on Steam, but it's, I mean, for as much fun as everybody on the internet has had with it, it's worthy $5.
Yeah.
Apparently,
rumors were true. Master Chief in Fortnite. With an odd trailer featuring Sarge and Griff from Red vs. Blue.
That was something.
That threw me more than Master Chief being announced for Fortnite, if that makes sense. Like,
It
I was
does.
not. Yeah.
Yeah. That and it's weird the fact that you can buy this on a non-Xbox system. Like,
That
you can
too.
buy this on your PS4 and Switch. Just like with Kratos, you could buy Kratos on an Xbox or a Switch.
Hate it.
I have no. We are OFK. Was that a music game? Can't remember what that was.
We're Hyper Light Drifter co-design.
The Fuck the Oscars guy brought us. Is bringing us It Takes Two, which I think looks pretty charming. It's a puzzle platform adventure game.
There you go.
I don't remember Season, what that was.
Oh, Season. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember what it was about.
Road 96, I think, was the. I don't know. I think that's a. Yeah, it's a narrative adventure game. They said.
Mm-hmm.
Open Roads. I can't remember what that was. Evil West, which I think. So I'm guessing it's going to be the same. No, it's not. It's not by the same guys who do The Evil Within.
No.
But I kept looking at it. It's like it's the Wild West, but zombies and dark powers, and I was like, Dark Watch. If anyone remembers that.
We're going straight.
Yep. I played Dark Watch on the
PS2. There's a isometric dungeon crawler called Endless Dungeon from Sega.
Nice.
The Callisto Protocol, which apparently is made by the Dead Space guys, or just has. No. It is. This is a game from GameStar's. Glenn Sheffield is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That one looked interesting to me. Even, I mean, I'm a coward, but
you'll play it. And the last one that the Polygon article has here, the most important one, the Swedish chef is going to be in Overcooked.
Cue the air clip.
That's it for the Game Awards. Oh yeah, I guess there were awards, but they were so rapid fired you don't remember who won.
I mean, if at this point you could probably look them up online, and if
Last of Us 2 was nominated for it, it won.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, it was won by. It was spread out. It was Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Among Us. So, yeah, I mean, like, it was such a streamlined show, and I loved it because it was like no bullshit. It just straight through everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually liked the show. I was surprised they're actually able to pull that much off under quarantine rules or under COVID safety rules.
I was just happy they'd let off with Smash instead of saving it till the end in a way, because then it's like, we know why half the audience is here. Let's just get this out of the way.
My thing is, I like video games, so anything that shows more video games, I'm okay with.
Yeah, same.
All right.
What was that?
So I'm gonna preface this right now because I hate being a dead horse. Like I want to stay away from these topics. I'm not gonna talk about the Twitch town hall today because I think it speaks for itself. Whether you agree with the banned words or not, it's gonna happen. Whether they enforce it or not, it's hard to say. I mean, they don't talk that much about DMCA, and I'm not going to talk about the U.S. senator that's looking to jail U.S. citizens if they have 1 second of Metallica music in their stream, which I think is the dumbest reason. It's the dumbest reason to jail someone. I mean, I've beaten that horse. We've beaten that dead horse so much. It's a fine paste on the floor. I will give Twitch one prop, and one prop only, until they fix all the other stuff, is they fix this issue. So, there was this creepy site called Bunny Hop that was like, hey, do you like Twitch and Thought and Cam Girl streamers, but hate sifting through all that pesky video game playthrough footage? Well, we have a website for you. If you go to Bunny Hop, we've compiled all the girls we think are cute, and we just put them right on the front page for you to browse.
Oh, God.
It's the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
My cringe level is at, like,
and this is,
I hate.
Same.
And this was basically what the website looked like. It was just, the thumbnails of all the streamers, and then it popped up. I don't know if it popped up in individual chat or a Twitch chat, because, I mean, at that point, what's the point of the site? But thankfully, Twitch swooped in, and I'm probably going to just scroll up a little bit, because there was a picture on there that there was some corner boob that was very... Yeah. You can just look up these ads for Kijiji. Hey, look, I can get a Nintendo GameCube for $40. But yeah, I will give props to Twitch on this. They swooped in. They put in an algorithm that stopped the embedding. I mean, obviously, they couldn't shut down the site, but they were able to shut down their functionality. So if you go back into there, you can no longer just, sift through that. So good on Twitch for that. There's a few people, I guess, that, I mean, within our circle there that were actually listed on there. So I'm happy that that's on there. If I found out my wife was among that list, I would be super mad. But yeah, good on Twitch for protecting your content creators on something legitimate.
And for not waiting, because we found out about this recently, and it's just
yeah.
And
they pounced right on that. Now, as far as the other things, you should probably work on those.
Yeah, look at comparatively, look at how long it took them to fix the raid issue, where they just kind of slyly slid it in there. If your raid's below 5, you won't have any alerts, but now it's like, oh hey, yeah, it works now.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Capcom, they did their event on Monster Hunter World. They added a quest where you fight alongside Mila Jovovich to fight a giant Rathalos. I believe that's the quest. Mr. Wolf told me about it. It's probably not even that hard to do.
Right.
I think she said like you can do it within like an hour or so.
Yeah, I remember him and Makoto were having a conversation about it. When it dropped.
Yeah, and you get her armor and her hairstyle, not her face. So, and I want to say a weapon as well.
Possibly.
I'm not sure. Okay. And of course, this is to tie into Mila Jovovich Monster Hunter, which is actually releasing this Friday in theaters, if you're brave enough to go to a fucking theater. And there's been some developments to this story, which I didn't realize until we almost went live, so I will amend half the things I was going to say about this, but it's still shitty. It launched in China 2 weeks ago, and was pulled within a day because of a offensive joke.
Right.
Within 2 minutes of the credits rolling in the beginning of the movie.
Right.
I
heard about that.
Yep.
So again, this is not me saying this. This is the joke that was in the movie. quips between the soldiers, and one of the soldiers asks the other, "What are my knees?" And the follow-up is, "I don't know what." Chinese.
Oh God.
This was playing in China. Do you also know which company has foot the bill for most of the production of this movie?
I guess China.
Tencent. A
That sounds like
Chinese company.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds
suffice
about
it
right.
to say, they were not happy about that. And pulled it out of theaters immediately.
I don't
Now,
blame
it
them.
has been updated that Paul W. S. Anderson issued an apology, said the joke's been removed from the movie. Anderson said there was never intent to offend moviegoers with the joke. I'm sure. The fact is, you still put it in there. And apparently the actor who played the soldier who made the joke also issued an apology, which I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but I'm pretty sure that's an Asian name. What are you doing making that type of joke in the first place? And they go into like the details about the connotation of the joke, which is the old school. I mean, this was around in my time. The Chinese, Japanese, during these, look at these. Which I never
that
ever
joke.
got,
Same.
but it was said on the playground anyways. Yeah, this is not a good look. And apparently, it is being released in the U.S. With the joke obviously taken out. But I'm just like, who in their right mind thought that was funny to begin with?
I don't know. Some things slip through the writers' room sometimes, and that's one of them. Where it's just like I don't.
Like I
It's-
thought
it's like-
we the Guardians of the Galaxy now. I thought that joke was dumb, but it's not offending anyone. It's just a dumb joke and a dumb reference.
Right.
Now
It was
a lot
just
of people,
real bad call.
now a lot of people, even though they've taken the joke out, I know a lot of people that are like, "No, fuck you guys. I'm not going to see this. I'm not giving you money to see this movie." I know a lot of people who have just outright said, yeah, I'm waiting for this to show up on torrent sites to watch it. Like, you have lost my money. Like, freely admitting that they're going to pirate it. Like, does this change your... Like, were any of you guys even thinking of trying to see this movie? Probably not
No.
because theaters.
I mean, even if theaters were still a thing in this pandemic time, it didn't appeal to me. I don't play Monster Hunter, and just the trailer just was like, oh, sure, Mila Djokovic, okay, but other than, I mean, it wasn't a movie I was going to see regardless.
Yep, I'd probably watch it for this podcast one day, but that's about it.
Hey,
Exactly. Like, if the theater experience in COVID was not a thing, like, had I not known about that joke, I was probably going to put down money just to be like, I'll watch a terrible movie. Oh, my God, it's terrible. Now I'm going to go on the internet and complain about it, and maybe I'll make my money back on that.
yeah, like a $5 like a discounted Tuesday or whatever day it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The cheapest I could possibly get it. Yeah. So...
That's fair.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we will eventually review this. I mean, I'll say it clear right now. I will not give Paul W.S. Anderson my money for this. I gave Sonic the Hedgehog my money because they recognized that their quality was shit. They said, we will work on this. I saw the updated Sonic. I'm like, good on you. You get my money. I will tell you, I will go see this. My wife and I will give you money to go see this. And I will go buy it on Blu-ray. Have not done that yet because Blu-ray release came during COVID. So I wasn't buying movies. And Sonic was good. Yeah. Eric's saying in chat, Sonic was good.
It was.
Anywho. Before I get on the tire, let's take on to movies here. So... This is labeled in the I believe it when I see it. So there's reports saying that Oscar Isaac of Star Wars fame of the new
Right.
trilogy fame, is being awarded to be Solid Snake in a Metal Gear Solid movie. Now, again, this is a belief that when I see it, because how long have Hollywood been talking about adapting a Metal Gear Solid movie? Like 15, 20 years?
As far as I can remember.
Yeah. As far as
Okay.
like the first movie. Like, until I saw Tom Holland dressed as Nathan Drake for Uncharted, I still thought that movie was never going to get made. And, I mean, we can go even further back. How many times have we heard about the Spy Hunter movie with The Rock?
Oh, God,
And that
yeah.
never materialized.
That was never made? I thought it came out.
No, it was never made. There was a video game, Spy Hunter Nowhere to Run, but the movie
Wow,
never came out.
That's so weird.
Like, I don't
I'm
know
like,
how. I don't know how
I'm like-
far they got into production.
Was there a trailer? I feel like I seen a trailer
No,
of it.
there was nothing. The only time I can remember them ever acknowledging that there was a Spy Hunter movie in production, or that he was a part of it. He was presenting an MTV Movie Award, and the announcer said the star of the upcoming Spy Hunter movie, The Rock.
Right.
Maybe that's where I remember it from.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, so until I see him in that sneaking suit with a pack of cigs, well, actually, no, there'd be no pack of cigs because then you'll have to make it rated R. Until I see that with a bandana and a gun, a SOCOM with a sniper rifle, or not sniper rifle, silencer on it, I won't believe a goddamn thing. But, I mean, if it goes forward, I mean, you could do worse.
Right.
He's expressed interest. He's a fan of Metal Gear. So, again, we'll wait when you see it.
Do you know who is supposed to direct the Spy Hunter movie?
Who?
Paul W.S. Anderson. I just looked it up.
Maybe we dodged a
Oh.
bullet then.
Maybe. Holy shit. Small world.
There you go.
Well,
I remember now
after,
why
like,
I thought I saw the movie.
well, I
Because I
think
saw like the video game like cover art.
Right.
yeah, which I have. I think I have that one. Yeah, I don't have 2. That's the only Spy Hunter I'm missing. I think is 2. So I have the first one, and I have the one with the Rock in it. So I hope everyone stocks up on Monster Energy drink these next couple weeks. And hold on to those codes until fall, because that's when Halo Infinite is coming out. Microsoft confirmed that
boy.
Halo Infinite has been pushed to fall 2021. No word yet if it's going to be on OG Xbox One, or if they're just saying F it and going straight to Xbox Series X.
This is why you don't name games infinite. They never work out.
That's a Max quote.
Hey,
That's a Max quote,
It
because
is.
he's like, I've had problems with games that end in infinite, let me tell you.
See?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the shitty thing, like, not just Halo, but, like, all the movies that were supposed to come out. Like, the pandemic fucked everything up for, like, the release of the actual medium, but,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the merchandise, they could care less. They're like, fuck you for delaying this. We're putting out the toys and the cookies and the Monster Energy out now.
Right.
It's like, but the game's not out. Not
Too
my
bad.
problem.
There you go.
So I've been seeing commercials of like the Monster Energy drinks. They're going to be coming out with the double XP, which I hope to God Microsoft stacks that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the wrappings anywhere, but I have redeemed all the codes for the skins. So I do have some exclusive like cookie skins for Halo Infinite when it launches.
If it launches.
Yeah. We got Banana Poto in the Twitch chat saying they said it was coming out on both, so it better be coming out on both, or I'm going to be pissed. I mean, they did say that at least a 2-year exclusivity. Not 2-year exclusivity. What's the term I'm looking for? Oh, they said that for the next 2 years after the Series X came out, there will not be exclusivity. Like anything you play on Xbox One can play on Series X. It'll just be 2 SKUs or 2 versions
Right.
of that. Which, oh boy, we're gonna get into that mess in a bit. I'm disappointed. I know they want to wait until the next holiday to sell the thing, but I've got Game Pass, so that's right. It's gonna run. Oh man, my free Game Pass is running out in October. That's what
Right.
I'm actually gonna have to start paying for it, unless I stock. Unless they still have that thing where I can stock a year's worth of Xbox Live Gold on top of it.
Oh, I mean, unless I don't know how it would work if you get rid of it and get it back. I do know that I have. So when they did that, when they first brought out Game Pass Ultimate, I did the stack as much as 3 years worth of gold. So
Yeah,
I was good until February of next year, or February 22. I'm sorry, February of 2022. I've since with Black Friday and all the holiday specials went on. I have since bought a few 3-month subscriptions for Game Pass. Game Pass Ultimate, and I now don't have to worry about it until 2023.
Nice.
So I take a few months off, and I wait till holiday time or when it goes on sale. Then I buy a couple of 3 months and then just stack it on there, so I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I should start doing that with my PlayStation Plus now.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Rocket launcher.
So I gotta talk about this because it was on what we talked about 2 weeks ago, because it happened right afterwards with hashtag free melee. So in solidarity of their modding brothers and sisters to say, hey, we support you in this, Splatoon players decided that they were going to use hashtag free melee in solidarity during their tournament, and Nintendo's like, no, you're not going to do that, and canceled the live stream of the Splatoon tournament. Which, Splatoon, from my understanding, does not have that giant of a following, especially in the esports, as much as Nintendo was trying to advertise, hey, the Switch, you can take this to your esports and put it in your locker room to figure out strategies, and then slap your Switch inside, and the esports, yeah, we're all about that. God, stop playing our games. We got a new game coming out. Please play that.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
So, yeah.
This is don't poke the big bear, the big cease and desist lawsuit having bear.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just like, you know what? Just
don't fuck with Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they'll send people after you. Oh, if the rumors are true about this new Pro Switch that's supposed to be coming out, if they had the money, I think Nintendo would go into everyone's house with a baseball bat, destroy every Switch in the world, and it's like, nah, you use this one. What about my saves? Start your games over, bitch.
Yeah, get fucked.
Yep. That's the Nintendo way. Do it my way or else.
Yeah.
My way or the highway.
Chicken chow.
So, not content with dealing with Splatoon 2 players, they also have to deal with charity. So,
oh no.
Now this one I was getting conflicting reports about.
Right. Same.
It was mostly because of the terminology they were using. So, Etika, the YouTuber, primarily focused on Nintendo content, who unfortunately took his own life, I think about a year ago now. A group of fans came out, basically to help promote a mental health cause. So they made these specifically designed Joy-Cons. I think they're just cases, but I think they're just they actually do the grunt work for you and make the Joy-Con, or just give you the Joy-Con with the skin on there.
Right.
They raised about $36,000 in funding on Indiegogo, but as they were going through the campaign, Nintendo came in and said no. Now, at first, people were saying that they were canceling the whole thing, but Nintendo was saying, you can sell these, please take the name Joy-Con out. It is a copyrighted name. So, I mean, with misinformation going around, everyone's screaming, it's like, oh, it's like, why can't you just let this go here?
Because Nintendo.
Because big bad scary Nintendo.
Okay. I guess Sunhill has something in here. The Smash thing's more complicated than that. Nintendo wanted to ensure that nobody was using a pirated version of Melee. The organizers said they couldn't, so Nintendo said they couldn't stream it. The event said they were going to stream it anyway, and then Nintendo said cease and desist. Oh, the Eddie Con thing turned out to be a scam?
Oh,
that's even more dirty.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't feel so bad about that then.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, that's good on Nintendo for shutting that down. Okay, I retract that. Finally, we've got a big mess to deal with here. So I hope everything IGN compiled on here. Okay, talk about this. So we're not including what Wolf talked about earlier in the game day with CD Projekt Red, which okay. Everyone I know pronounces it CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, same.
But like one podcasters I know say CD Projekt. So who's right?
We are.
Nobody's right because it's a misspelled word. It can be pronounced any way you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
You say potato, I say
Potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
There you go.
Are we diving into this one?
Yeah. I'll try to. So I mean, it's just a Cyberpunk 2077. Depending on where you play it, it's just like gigantic mess, and obviously, still needed time.
Yeah.
And here's the scary thing: this had a hard confirmed lock date of April. Like Keanu came on stage and it's like, check this out. It was coming out in April.
You're breathtaking.
Yeah, it was coming out in April. Like, pandemic didn't really hit until March. Like, you mean to tell me you would have had a month of crunch to fix out any bugs?
Oh, hell.
And
Jesus, no.
I'm scared to see how it would have looked.
Same.
So, the myriad of problems is, if you have a base PS4 or Xbox One, it barely functions. I think like its top performance is like 720p and less than 30.
Oh.
Textures take minutes to load, and the bugs that are present on the PC version are even worse. And I was just hearing about stuff like the fact of how they implement a loading system. So,
jeez.
Let's just say I have visual aids. So please look at the screen if you're just having this in the background. Okay, so let's just say this guy pops up on your screen, right? He's an NPC. He's very non-threatening. He's just standing there, right? Let's just say you decided to look away from him. As soon as you look back, boop, he's a different person. Like almost instantaneously.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God.
I had such high hopes. Well, not even high hopes. I had hopes for this game.
Yeah.
I think what the biggest problem with this game, and like, or at least for me, is like they knew this shit was happening. That's why they didn't give out like console copies, and they just tried to like sweep it under the rug and all this other stuff.
Yeah. Not only did they not give out console copies to reviewers, they only gave the PC copy out to reviewers.
Also, Johnny, real quick, the thumbnail for the video that's on the site right now, is that like a modded Grand Theft Auto Vice City, or is that Cyberpunk 2077?
You know what? Hang on, let me mute IGN and I will play their.
Good gracious!
Yeah, like what?
I hit mute browser and it still didn't work. There. Hang on, letting this.
Aim assist.
I have no idea what that is. Okay, so this is IGN.com's Xbox One PS4 review.
Yeah.
Hopefully running on base console. We'll see.
I will say.
Oh
no!
Oh,
that is terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I will say this game, when I saw this game, the teaser and everything at E3 when Keanu came out, this struck me as a game that would be better off on our next gen consoles, like or on PC.
Mhm.
Just something about it told me that my PS4 and my Xbox, which are the original versions of those consoles, were not going to be able to handle this.
Yeah.
And I know it was originally when they originally announced it, it was meant for PS4 and Xbox One, but it never seemed to me like it was ever gonna. I don't want to say work, but it just never seemed like it was destined for those consoles.
I love this quote. Not like these. Not like these.
Yeah.
And Fight Screw Attack alum Destin Legary, who
There it
pretty
is.
much is running IGN at this point. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But oh god, like here's the problem with like okay, so I guess this is Digital Foundry stuff, unless this is him doing it. Because I remember on the Craig's podcast, he was telling that he's like making this stuff like
Oh
so
man.
15 frames a second. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Now, here's the thing, guys. This game was teased before you could buy an Xbox One and PS4.
That might be why. Oh.
Oh, God.
And one of the weird things is like people who have it on like next gen consoles say it's like a great game and they love it. It's
Yeah.
like the game of the year.
And a lot of people are saying, too, it's like, oh, what are you doing playing this on a base PS4? Why don't you have a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X? Well, not everyone wanted to jump to 4K. Like, to them, like, honestly, like, games that I've played, like, Gears 5 on base Xbox versus Gears 5 on an Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of increase in frame rate, and the textures look prettier. But it's not so much where it was like, I prefer one over the other. Or I like absolutely have to play it on the Xbox One X. This shit is inexcusable. This is like,
100%.
it's like, well, the system was on its dying legs. It's like, yeah, but you're going to release it in April when the next gen consoles weren't even available yet.
They did wrong and they knew they did wrong.
Yeah.
They tried to cover it up.
And we're not even going to talk about the fact that a lot of the CD Projekt Red employees are not going to get their bonuses because in order to qualify for said bonuses, you had to work overtime. And a lot of people, it's like, you're crunching us through a pandemic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on the verge of snapping. Fuck you. I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah,
Fuck me then. Okay, well, fuck you. You're not getting your bonus.
I don't want to support a company like that.
Same.
No, they promised patches. They said that it will fix it. However, they said, oh, if we are sorry for how the state of it is on the now last gen console.
Right.
You need to stream is dead. What? Hang on. Oh. Okay, Eric saying no, it's not. All right.
Yeah, I see it upstairs.
Maybe you've got that whole. I'm still seeing the stream. Okay, we're still live. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Silent got that whole video terminated download. Whatever
Oh yeah, I've had that
BS
before,
that
yeah.
Twitch has.
Yep.
There's another thing you're probably never gonna fix. Anyways,
Yes, please.
so
Have a cookie.
they said that if you're not happy with your dealings with the PS4 and the Xbox version, we will give you a refund. CD Projekt Red will not.
Right.
You can't. Here's the thing with refunds of video games. They rarely happen because if you bought it physically, if the disc is open, retailers will not take that back.
Yeah.
You will not get your money back for that. You could probably exchange it for something else, but basically, if you buy it and it doesn't work, well, too bad. If it's digital, oh man, is that a big bunch of hoops? Especially in Sony's case. Sony's return policy is, if you buy a game and you download said game, don't have to play it, but if you download the game,
Yeah,
you are not entitled to a refund.
which is ridiculous, but understandable.
Xbox, you have to fight a little bit with them, but if you download it and you play it and it's less than X amount of time, no problem. Refund. They'll take it off your account. I did that with the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection at launch because I was like, 4-player lobbies? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Got in with a chat representative. They were like, oh, maybe you'll find a bit, maybe fighting games aren't your thing. Maybe you can do something else. Like, no, I like fighting games just fine. I just not supporting Capcom in this practice.
Right.
I eventually did, like, I'm a giant hypocrite. I eventually did buy the game, but I bought it at its lowest price possible. That's beside the point.
There it is.
That's my own personal stuff. It's not for online. But yeah. So, like, Microsoft will do it. You have to fight a little bit, but, like, retailers will not take that back. I can only think of one person to return a game legitimately. It was, like, years ago when Angry Joe was tolerable. He returned Sonic Free Riders for the Kinect. And just kept screaming, "That doesn't work!" And EB Games gave him his money back. I was like, I wouldn't do that.
I think the last thing I got a refund on, I think it was a pre-order, but that's about it. I don't ever remember really returning oh geez, because especially with since I've come to the point where I'm buying my own games, it comes to where I do my background research on it before I even think about buying it, unless it's a series like Tekken or some other series that I'm really interested in. This one just never screamed, "Oh yeah, you have to get it."
Yep.
Yeah. What other problems we dealing with? Oh yeah, with PC, Steam still has their policy of within like 15, 30 days and less than 2 hours of gameplay time.
Right.
With some people, they would not do it because they spent the first 2 hours trying to get the game to work because it kept crashing during the character creation screen. So they're like, "No, you played more than 2 hours." It's like, I was spending 2 hours trying to get work, and they're like, "No." And I think games with Good Old Games, which CD Projekt Red owns, their policy is, no matter what, like, 15 days return, yeah, no problem, we'll refund it. But they're like, oh, if it's a recently released game, please wait for patches because they'll try and fix it.
Right.
Oh, go fuckers.
Yeah. And this is the mentality that we have to stop just accepting, which is, if a game is bad and they release it, they're like, oh, it'll get good later. It's like, well, make it good now.
Yeah, why can't it be good now? Why does it have
Well,
to be
here's
good
why.
later?
Because gamers are entitled assholes. Because the same people that uttered death threats to this company when they delayed it for 20 days are the same people that are saying you should have delayed it longer.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways. You
It's
can't have your
like,
cake and
why
eat
did
it
you
too.
release it like this? Because you threatened to kill us. Well,
But how dare you listen to us? But also listen
I
to
was
us.
kidding.
You know,
can work
ha
on it
ha
more.
ha ha.
I'd rather so many delays than release a game that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Delay,
well,
delay until it's right.
I've got no problem, especially as I think as someone who's worked retail and food service in the past, my patience level for things has gone way up, especially dealing with the average American customer. I am one of the school of thought like Woody, where delay it as long as you want, as long as that game works and it is what you envisioned it to be. That's perfect. Delay it as much as you need to, but do not try to, like with Cyberpunk, pull the wool over the eyes of everybody and be like, "Oh yeah, it's fine, it doesn't work, but it's fine. We didn't say anything. This is a great game. Keanu Reeves is in it. You're gonna have a lot of fun. The game's broken, but also you get to see Keanu Reeves, and the game is broken, but also,
But it's fine.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
It's fucking fine."
And I guess according to investor meetings that were taking place, they're like, were you pressured by Paul Marketing to just release the game? And they're like, no.
Yeah, they're full of shit.
Then why did you release it?
It is. There are jobs that are going to be lost from it. There are going to be people who are going to be out of, unemployed because of it. It just all around it is bad. They say that bad press is still no press is bad press, but in this case, this is bad press.
Yeah, I think stock in the company, like if you're into like if you're thinking that like this is gonna get you, if you had stake in the company, I would sell now. Don't buy high because I think the stock levels for the company on the New York Stock Exchange dropped by 30%.
And if you have stake in the company, make sure you cook it off to a medium rare. Yeah, never mind.
Alberta beef, little S&P.
Yep.
Yeah. Grill marks
bud. There it is.
Oh, can you tell we're excited for Letterkenny next week?
Yep. Oh my God, that is next week.
Yes.
Holy shit!
I'm so excited.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Saturday.
Christmas Day for me.
Yeah, Friday for you, Saturday for the rest of those of us in America. Yeah. So I know what I'm binging before the game day.
Yeah. Another thing that popped up. Now, I'm not like the world's biggest fans of them because I think most of like at least Rocco's opinions are 100% garbage most of the time. But Mega 64 actually put out a video that I thought was pretty interesting and around the nose. It's like there should be this new model where, what is game release? Oh, it's not the release date. It's like, oh yeah, Cyberpunk comes out December 21st, 2020. The game comes out April 2021. So what am I paying for? Oh, you're paying for like, just like the set piece. The actual game comes out 6 months later. And I wish that was the mentality that developers would just stop.
At this point, yeah.
It's like, because if you go back and like if you played any game that was at release and you play it to where it was now, they're all vastly different. Like Gears 5 is like, it was not terrible at launch. But it's vastly different than it was before. Like they're at the point now where it doesn't matter what character you pick, you can give them whatever skill set you want.
Yeah.
I heard No Man's Sky is like been so many changes lately.
That's the real big one too.
It was garbage when it came out, and now apparently it's good. Sea of Thieves, it was garbage when it came out. Apparently it's better.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we've played it a few times since they've updated it, and it's because at the beginning it was just like a one trick thing, and then it was like, okay, now what?
And I kind of hate that with some games because you want to be an early adopter because you want to be on the trend when it's popular.
Right.
But then if you wait for that penultimate finale version where like everything's available, most people have moved on to the next big thing. So it's like, I want people to play this. It's like, oh no, I'm playing this game. No, I'm playing this game. Oh, you're playing that game? God, that's like 5 years. Fortnite is like that right now.
Oof, yeah.
I'll tell you this story. My boss, because of all the cool stuff that's happening with, like, I was like, oh, are they playing Fortnite on the new PS5? Because, it's like a new version, and, they're starting to put all this new stuff, like a fucking Kratos and Master Chief are in there. They're like, oh, yeah, they don't play that anymore. They're playing Among Us.
Yep.
And, like, when I try to play, it's like, I'm going to play Fortnite. They're like, oh, you play Fortnite? That's so 5 years ago. I was like, fucking smart. First off, I was like, they said that to you? You fucking smart mouths on them?
Yeah, there you go.
But they're like, no, they're all about none. They're all about
I'm doing the digital teaching now, but like I'm still hearing kids talk about Among Us now.
Yeah, I've heard of some teachers who have somehow incorporated Among Us into their lessons, like where the kids actually get to play Among Us and such, which is mind blowing to me. I will say Among Us is one of those games that my youngest niece, she's getting to that point where she's, where her and I where she's slowly not talking to good old Uncle James and your Uncle Jimbo. So it's like, what do we connect on? Oh, she plays Among Us. Cool. We can talk about this. And I said Fortnite around her the other day. She's like, I thought you said you play Among Us. I said, I play a ton of games. Among Us is one of them. She goes, well, Fortnite's for babies. I was like, oh,
wow.
Oh, hot take from the 14-year-old.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
Nope. It was Minecraft before that.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, like, if I look at the popularity of some games, let me just go into browse real quick on Twitch.
No worries. While you do that, Woody, you mentioned Minecraft. I threw it out on Twitter. It's just while we're talking about games like this. I threw it out on Twitter for those that may not have seen it. For most of you know that we have our official G1 Game Days Minecraft realm that we started up at Labor Day a couple years ago. a couple years ago at this point. And we originally were going through with I don't know if it was the goal, but eventually the plan was to defeat the Ender Dragon to get that achievement. And then part of Extra Life 2018, one of my incentives was that I pitched was Minecraft Monopoly G1 Game Day Edition. Which, of course, again, shout out to Woody, Eric, Donut, Wolf, and anyone else who helped build it. Shout out to Woody, Eric, Johnny, and Mel for breaking me with playing it. But one of the decisions, shut up,
yeah, cookie.
Yeah, I don't. That's an audio clip I have to go back and get. Anyways, one of the decisions I made in the long thought process of doing Minecraft Monopoly was to take the realm into creative mode. At the time, I was head sure about it. I was like, yes, this is the right call. But as someone who enjoys playing Minecraft, just to occasionally go in and build stuff and to play what Minecraft was meant to be, I've realized that now, looking back, hindsight being what it is, I goofed. Because I know there were some folks who were coming in to play Minecraft to do that, to beat the Ender Dragon and all that. There were some folks maybe came in to play Minecraft without going in creative, and so I put it out on Twitter. But starting next year, I'll be starting a new game day realm where it's only in survival. We'll never take it in creative. Now, with that, I will download a copy of the old Minecraft realm. So we have a copy of it so we can use it for mini games or testing things out, or if there's ever a day we want to jump back into and kind of reminisce about it. But
the Panda Amusement Park.
That too. Panda Death Park, Panda Amusement Park, Panda Monopoly, whatever the case might be. But yes, next year I'll be starting a new realm so that way we can get back to what Minecraft was meant to be.
And just like I mentioned on Twitter, I 100% agree with your decision.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So.
All right, Twitch, what the fuck? Can I just say this right now? What the fuck? All right.
Yeah, sure.
So
You wanna say it again?
I will talk. I will talk about the games that are on top here in just a second. But there is a video, like, for years we can't get an update that says Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because who the fuck still plays Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U?
That one person.
Like, by the way, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe this Sunday, 9 p.m. with Steel Wolf.
Yep.
We can't get an update for that, but we can get a game that is listed in here called Mr. Krabs Overdoses on Ketamine. The fuck is this?
Makes no sense to me.
I'm going to open up one. It looks like I have people that Mr. Krabs gets addicted to drugs, 100% speedruns new route. The fuck is this game?
Welcome to the internet, fam.
Oh my god. Speaking of top games, so GTA 5 is number 1 right now because Summit 1G is playing. I
thought he was. Oh, he's playing RP mode. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought he shut down or stopped. Summit 1G, that is. Unless I'm forgetting something.
Forgetting what?
I don't know.
I thought Summit 1G like backed off of streaming because he had another career lined up or something like that. I might be wrong.
Oh no, he came back next week and said, or the next day and said, "Oh yeah, that was a joke. I ain't counting streaming."
Oh.
Fortnite is number 2, or well, I say number 2 because I don't count just chatting.
Yeah, Fortnite is number 2. Hey, in some ways it is.
Poop.
Yeah,
it's a poop joke.
Then you've got League of Legends, World of Warcraft, and then Among Us is sitting pretty at number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah, so it ain't dead. Fortnite ain't dead. Fuck, their logo has the Mandalorian on it, which is the most popular thing in Star Wars right now.
It's a good show.
Oh hell yeah!
It is. I finally started it.
Finale,
no,
season 2 finale coming tomorrow.
Oh,
or
yeah,
right,
I was
tomorrow
gonna say,
night.
well, tomorrow night if you're staying up.
Yeah.
If you're a night owl, which some people are.
Yeah. All right. So, next up, guys, it is time to see if Hollywood can reproduce what the game industry puts to pixels on the big screen. In this instance, I mean, they worked hand in hand with the developer, so it's got to be good, right? We shall see. It's time for Video Games, the Movie, the Game, the Review. And I remember the intro. I gotta refilm that blurry piece of shit. So, guys, we reviewed this week the Netflix anime Nido Kuni.
Hey.
Yay.
Okay, which I was gonna say, which Johnny and I mentioned this at the beginning. Woody, have you played the game?
Nope.
Okay.
So,
Good.
as this will probably be not so great takes as we've never played the game. I played the demo a little bit, and I unfortunately could not get into it because
Right.
the fight mechanics for the RPG were a little bit confusing. I mean, if I spent more time with it, I might get into it a little bit more. But
I looked up like the plot of the games, and I realized that they are not the same plot as the movie.
no,
That's as far as I did.
no. Because I think it has, like, the plot of the game has to do with the main character's mother passing away while saving him from drowning. But then he gets transported into this world. I mean, with this, it's they go back and forth between the real world and this medieval world. I mean, it's anime.
It's I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Nothing
I
highly inherently bad.
Trust me, we've watched, and Johnny and I personally have watched some bad movies on this, and this was enjoyable. I'm not going to say the names because thou shall not be named, but
I've seen some great movies, like the space one from last time.
Yeah. Wing Commander.
Yeah, that's it.
This I enjoyed this. I would watch this again. Just it was a nice change of pace. Well, good pick, Johnny.
Yeah, Melanie came in during the ending, the final sequence, and saw the ending, and she's like, "Oh, that's nice." And she's like, "What's this?" I was like, "That's Ni no Kuni."
I think the one thing I really did not like is how predictable it was. Like when you saw that one character, like you knew, like, oh, I know who the bad guy is.
It's telegraphed so well.
I don't want to put a bad vibe out on Ginger Wizards, but yeah, that I saw that person. I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be the bad person. And
I was trying to think of a short version for Ginger Wizards, and nope, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. I do know with the game, well, at least the first one anyway, like, I mean, the character's a little bit younger, and he has, like, a companion, he has, like, a trio of people, like, they're kind of Pokemon-ish, like, he doesn't necessarily fight, but the little monsters that come in, they fight for him, so they have all the HP and MP and all that, and this one's just straight, it's the two guys, they're best friends, they get transported to this world, and they go off on the adventure themselves.
It was, like I said, it was an enjoyable movie. I was very confused, when they bounced, but when they first, traveled between worlds. I was like, oh, are we gonna see some like flashback or something here? And I was like, oh, okay, all right. So this is where this makes sense. Okay,
yeah.
It's an interesting concept too, like the things like how the worlds are so close. Like if something happens in the one world, it's like a parallel event happens in the other world.
Yeah. Like the car accident that the three people unfortunately perished in, and then they cut to
the wizard people.
The wizard people. The healers.
Actually passed away.
Yeah.
I mean the animation aesthetic is still like what it's the same that's in the video game, because someone in chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Studio Ghibli who does this. I mean, it's that same Miyazaki style for anime, like Spirited Away, Castle in the Sky, and Princess Mononoke, which, if you look at the main character that's in the wheelchair, if I can find a shot of him, that basically he looks like the main character from Princess Mononoke.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like voice acting's very well done. I mean, it's nothing super special. It's nothing bad. I mean, it's good. It's well made. It's well acted. It is a standard anime movie.
That's the hard part about this. Is like it's not great enough where it's like super memorable, but not bad enough where it's like we could rip it to shreds.
Exactly. It was a movie.
I wouldn't
was
kick this. Yeah, I wouldn't kick this movie out of my bed for eating crackers, if you know what I mean. It was something that I had no expectation going in with, because I had no idea about the gaming series or about the movie period. And I went in. That's what I've tried to do with each of the movies that I've been a part of for the podcast, is go in with an open mind. Let's just enjoy a movie. Let's see what it is. Now, some, of course, have backfired big time, but with this one, I was happy. I mean, I'm not gonna. I would sit down and watch this movie with friends. Yeah.
And like I mentioned before, it was co-developed by Level 5, the game developer who made the Ni no Kuni games. So, they had a direct involvement in its story and all that. So,
right.
So there you go.
Yep.
And
I
mean, again,
also
available.
like the connection between the two characters they show at the end, like that little twist.
Yeah, that was a nice little twist,
Like
a nice little cherry on top of the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that one of the characters may or may not have a direct connection with the game, with the garb I saw that was being worn. So, you never know.
I will say, yeah, the scene that's showing in the trailer right now, where when she gets stabbed in the stomach with a knife, he put the knife through her stomach. He's like, oh no, where's this going? Where? Oh.
Yeah.
And then what he actually turns out to be too.
Oh yeah.
Like that whole sequence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
there's some actually some memorable things.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
I didn't
good.
like those. I don't like those things. Those green rabbit.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
they're kind of. I think they're kind of a playoff on the little companions that you control, in the game. Which
right.
If I had the time, I would go back and give Ni no Kuni a second chance. I think it's available on the Switch. Or I think both versions are on the Switch.
I think some folks out there would agree that it'd probably be worth a second chance. Again, those games have never really appealed to me for one reason or another, but I might consider picking them up.
Yeah, so that was
Agreed.
our review of Ni no Kuni. We don't like to spoil a whole lot on there. We'd like you to try, if we think it's a movie you'll enjoy, go give it a look. It is on Netflix. Yeah,
I'd recommend it.
I will say, so Eric did this once before, and I'll do it again. So in Noobs being, hold on a second, let me make sure I have my camera so I can see where my hand is. So in Noobs being right about here, and Mortal Kombat being up here, I would say it's like right about there.
That's fair.
It's in between. It's in between the middle of the road and the top. I would say it was an enjoyable movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6.5 out of 10.
There you go.
I'd say,
speaking of Noobs, do you know yes, the other day it was the 8-year anniversary of that movie being released.
I gotta go.
One of my friends was tweeting about it, and she's like, "Yay, happy 8 years to one of my favorite movies of all time." I'm like, "That's one of your favorite movies of all time."
No, please tell me that is a false statement. That is someone's.
Oh, to be fair, she probably was like 13 when she watched it. So.
Oh God, that is. Still, that statement is cringe.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm like, how can you have a Gears tournament with Last Man Standing? That doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, I killed one. Oh, that's me. I'm out of the tournament.
By the way, sponsored by Mountain Dew.
No, it's sponsored by Pepsi.
Oh, Pepsi. That's it.
Yeah, because they're in that convenience store and the girl knocks him into that gigantic stack of Pepsi. I was like, boy, I sure would like a Pepsi Cola right now.
Won't you gentlemen have a Pepsi?
Eat fresh.
Did you say Pepsi eat fresh?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You want to know something funny that just popped up at my at work when I was watching the news for the whole daily COVID stuff. So apparently it came across the ticker and it said, if you ordered a chicken sandwich from Subway in Quebec in the last 3 years, you might want to question what that was, because there's a class action lawsuit coming up soon. I'm like,
oh boy,
what?
Oh,
What, you going into Subway's going like, yeah, I want a chicken sandwich. May not contain chicken.
it's like Taco Bell meat. It's like 80% meat and like 20% something else. But Taco Bell's acknowledged. It's like, yeah, you don't come here for quality food. You come here because you're hungry, because you're trying to get over a hangover, or
you're lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The more I learn about Subway, the more I don't like.
Yeah. I had a former coworker of mine whose husband owned a few franchises of a few franchise Subways, and she would direct me to what to eat and what not to eat. And I one day I was like, oh, I was thinking about getting a chicken bacon ranch. She goes, yeah, don't go for the chicken. I was like, why? She goes, yeah, just don't go for the chicken. I'm like, oh okay.
Eat fresh.
Or not.
Eat fresh.
Whatever.
That's like, yeah, fresh frozen.
I'm not gonna
Anyways.
tell you. Okay, so
Speaking of, real quick, Johnny, I saw you said something that came across the ticker. I don't know if you saw this or Woody, if you saw it either, but they're in the process of making, I guess, Mission Impossible 7. And
yes.
You were talking about COVID protocols and everything. Tom Cruise came out and had this amazing audio rant where very understandable too. It's not like one where you go, oh, I don't disagree with it. It's not like the Christian Bale audio rant where you're just laughing throughout it. It is Tom Cruise yelling at crew members who broke COVID protocol on the movie set, which could risk the movie getting shut down or delayed or whatever. So he's like, you're killing our chances of making the movie. The movie will get shut down. People will lose their fight. Like, he goes on this great rant. And while we don't all agree with Tom Cruise on certain things, this was one I was like, okay, yeah, you get respect in my book for calling people out for that. Because, like, there's rules in place for a reason. Don't break them. Let's get it done. And I'm looking at you, NFL. I'm looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
NHL and NBA did it. Why can't you?
I mean,
America.
I don't want to beat the dead horse, but pro wrestling. Some
that's
companies are doing good. Some companies are WWE.
And that's all the sports ball talk you get out of me today.
Oh, speaking of, now you guys kind of wonder why we're rambling on like this. It's the fact that there's no podcast questions. So
yeah,
kind of. But did you see this cringeworthy video where Drew McIntyre was doing a promo with a CG, like this computer generated monstrosity of 2020? That was like, it was all pus colored, and it was like, I didn't even click the audio because it was so cringe. It's like,
yeah.
Wait, are you acknowledging that COVID is a thing, WWE?
No. I mean, it's not like, what was it, Match.com coming out with Satan matching with the person named 2020. That was phenomenal. That was well done. That was so good.
People are saying in the chat that this Tom Cruise rant is basically, I wouldn't say this generation's, because it's only been like, what, 7-8 years since the Christian
Something
Bale
like
rap?
that. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. If you listen to the full thing, start to finish, it is 100% warranted. Like, there's no reason why. There's no reason why anyone should. Yeah, I've seen people say that they're on TV sets. They're making TV. They're recording new episodes of TV shows, and they're doing it for 2 months, and then they're gonna film all episodes within 2 months, and then that's it. Then they break for season. But they have a bubble set up. They've got everything going, and if you break that, you're done. You lose your job.
Mm.
Good.
And so it's like this again goes back to sports ball. For those who may not know, I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and twice this year they've had to change their schedule because one team broke protocol big time and had I don't want to say an outbreak, but had a lot of a lot of people go on the COVID positive list during the season, and I get frustrated. Like, that's just it's one of those things that's piled on top of everything else that 2020 has brought to us.
Yeah.
And okay, now that's the end of the sports ball talk.
So I did this last podcast with Eric and Woody, and I feel like I should do this again. So this TikTok that I found was basically saying words that are Canadian but not American, and see if you guys can guess it.
Okay.
So first, without looking at your phones or try to search this up anywhere, what if I say tap? What I would be referring to?
If you say tap,
a tap, yeah, or a tap, yeah.
The thing that the beer comes out of at bars and.
Woody?
I would agree.
You're being correct. A tap is basically you guys look like a faucet,
yeah,
for your sink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we don't call it a faucet, we call it a tap. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna get some tap water.
Yeah.
I've heard tap used before here.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah. So she's this TikToker says Americans call it faucet, but does that mean when you go to your restaurant you ask for faucet water?
Oh, that just sounds bad.
Yeah.
Can I have a faucet water, please?
I'm gonna skip this one, Took, because we did that last time. Took is a beanie. Oh,
I forgot.
what is processed cheese?
Crap. I mean,
Processed cheese.
isn't it just? I was gonna make the joke government cheese. Isn't it just like the Kraft singles?
I'm gonna guess Cheese Whiz just because I want to be different than Jimbo.
Jimbo is correct. It is a single slice, but I guess the terminology officially, you guys would just call it American cheese.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's that Kraft singles that you butter up a couple pieces of bread, put it in the pan, pull out the plastic, make sure you get all the plastic off the cheese, and then make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I
Really
mean,
good.
this one's like kind of reversed. A pencil crayon.
Is that a colored pencil?
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
You
I'm
would-
gonna do something different than Woody. I'm gonna say it's something that has to do with makeup tool.
Woody would be correct. They are just colored pencils.
Yeah.
So just
Yay!
kind of a reversed
Mm-hmm.
terminology.
Silly Canada.
Oh,
What's
and that was it for that video.
Hey.
I just going through my liked videos, and
Yeah.
there's one where I see Lana and Asuka trying to recreate TikTok.
Oh,
memes.
yeah. The yep.
They're
The one
trying
where,
to do
where
the,
she has to jump into the arms.
yeah, and catch, and that song plays, which I
Yeah.
don't know because I don't listen to new music. Like the preview is just going back and forth. It's just Lana's ass smashing into Asuka's face.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I found Don Vito audio clips on TikTok as well.
Oh, God.
So it's like it's one from like there's the one where they're going down the river and he goes, "Don't you understand? These boats ain't made for the ocean." There's that, and then there's the one where I think it was like a deleted scene where he's shaking the turkey neck that he has. Well, you get off on you get off on that. Oh man.
All right, I think that's enough time killing for
Yeah.
where we normally would have podcast questions. So this is now the portion where we do our shameless plugs. I'll do game days first. So game days this week, Friday
Woody could
9
do
p.m.
Friday's game day.
Huh?
I was gonna say Woody could do Friday's game day.
Well, I mean, he is. It's Man and Madan on the Xbox One with himself and Claire Bear. They're going to complete the game. You are not restarting, right? Sean Astin's going to stay dead.
Sean Astin will remain dead. We are not restarting because we put a poll out, and the poll says just keep going where you left off.
Oh, wait, sorry. Sean Ashmore. Sean Astin is Lord
Conrad.
of the Rings.
Sean Astin is dead too
Sure.
in the game.
And again, it was Claire's fault that Conrad died. Just a reminder.
Yes, totally Claire's fault and not mine, and I just pushed off on Claire.
Oh, God.
I feel bad because it really is my fault. I
Yeah.
missed the button prompt, but Claire did it.
That'll be at
Well,
9
Claire's
p.m.
fault.
Eastern. Saturday, Mr. Jimbo Sox is hosting NHL 19 on the Xbox One. It was a Games with Gold last year, 2 years ago.
At some point, it's also, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you have EA Play, so it's on there. We've talked about me doing a sports ball game day, hosted game day for a while, because for those that have played sports ball games with me, it is a teeny tiny fault of mine that I get a little serious about the sports ball games. And
So the only thing I know is that in NHL 19, all players should always be chasing the puck, right?
I am starting to get angry with that sentence you just uttered.
What's offside? Can you tell me that offside means?
Yeah, we'll talk about it on Saturday. But yep, Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, Xbox One.
Yeah.
Come in, tune in for the anger, tune in for the clips. Come see if Johnny can beat me again with a shitty, stupid, shorthanded goal with 30 seconds left in a game.
Thank you, actually, for reminding me of that, because I'm gonna make a TikTok out of that.
Oh, gee,
Like,
I'll be
I'm gonna edit that and throw that on TikTok.
There you go.
Like the Baser is our Mario champion, Johnny's our hockey champion. He's a
Oh,
sports guy now.
I
He's
don't
the
know.
best sports player we have on Game
Yeah,
Days.
for-
I am going to throw the book at you, Woody.
You know what? If I end up doing that, we should do Parsec and do Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey on the
Yeah,
Nintendo
there you go.
64.
I mean,
God.
we did Blitz, and
That was the hypest shit. So hype
that
it
really
woke
was.
my wife up.
yeah, Woody and I, or Rob and I won. So I remember legit. I went back and watched the VOD of that, and I didn't realize how much time was left in a sense because I was like, oh, I looked at him like, why am I not going for a field goal, Jimbo? Go for a fuck. What are you doing? Go for a field goal, you idiot! There's 3 seconds left. I was like, oh, thank God it worked out.
Yeah.
If you missed that, I might be hitting our YouTube sometime soon.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd
'cause I was
say
stacked.
break those all up into different sections if you can.
Yeah, what was
I
that
did
game
for
you wanted to
that,
play
the
with?
wrestling, and the main one, Mario Party.
What
Nice.
was the other game that we played that Woody wanted to play so much?
Iggy's Wrecking Balls, the best
That's
game
it.
ever.
I still have no idea what we did in that. I know I finished last place. That's all I know.
It's the race.
We've got to get more of those in there. So again, NHL 19, Saturday at 9 p.m. And Mr. Teal Wolf will be hosting Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 9 p.m. as well on the Switch. And be using Discord for the voice call as always.
Yes.
Jibbo, time to plug you.
Yes. Well, if you're watching this on another day, I will be starting my playthrough of Star Wars Fallen Jedi Order this Thursday, which is tomorrow. On my personal channel, going to start that throughout the week. Quite a few people have recommended it to me, and I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to jump into it. Especially, I mean, I have it on PlayStation, but obviously since it's on EA Play, I have it on Game Pass. I could just pick a console and play it. But I'll be playing that as well as Sports Ball Saturdays, whether that's Madden or MLB The Show. The continuing adventures of Kent Plucker as he hits his way around the league. That'll be kicking off Saturday afternoon. And then, of course, as always, Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be live with the Red Robe over on his channel doing another night of the G1 Baseball League, which will actually be the last night of G1 Baseball League for the years. Robe is taking the following week off to be with family for holidays and all that. So tune in for that. It'll be our last G1 Baseball League. And also, if you're liking what you're seeing there, let us know on Twitter. I've had a lot of fun doing it, and Rob was picking up little things along the way to understand the sports ball known as baseball. Yeah. Awesome. So that's all I got. Johnny, what about you?
Tomorrow I'm live with more Dragon Quest. That's gonna be my game for this foreseeable future unless anything comes up. Oh, actually, something does come up, and I'm gonna put out the word again. The week of the 28th. Oh, hand up.
Oh yes. The 26th. Do we still want to do that thing we talked about on Game Days?
Oh yes.
Okay, just
Definitely.
make sure we don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am free. I should be free later on that night, but that's gonna be dinner with the in-laws in the afternoon. But I'll be good for after that.
Okay.
The week of the 28th on my channel, myself, Woody Man, and Wordman 24, we're gonna be playing Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan on the Xbox One. We are looking for a fourth. If anyone wants to jump in, let me know. I will spam the hell out of Twitter. Let us know. I mean, if need be, we will do 3 players, but Ninja Turtles game. If you can play 4 players, play 4 players. I've been wanting to check this out for a while because people say it's terrible, but I mean, it's platinum. How terrible can it be?
I wouldn't say terrible.
Yeah, we'll see.
I played it before. I like it.
That's on my docket. The only other thing I kind of want to throw out there is my birthday on Friday.
Hey.
I'm gonna be old again. It's like you get old every year. I'm going to be doing a 12-hour stream from noon until midnight. So I'm going to be doing all multiplayer games. So if you guys want to hop in for some games, I'll be switching it up throughout the day. Yeah, just I can't be with friends and especially family. Like I actually have to call my mother and say like, with like even though we're safe and there's not a whole lot of cases around here, we still want to be extra safe. We're only going to see each other for Christmas Eve. And, like, my birthday is just, like, I'm fine letting that go. But if anyone has the day off or has any time off and wants to play video games with me, party will be open all day. So, yeah, that's tomorrow. And then my playthrough of Dragon Quest continues Woody, what do you have going on?
I mean,
I know you don't
all
stream,
know I
but
don't stream, but so I don't stream. So make sure you pay attention to the game days. When I've been saying and like kind of teasing on Twitter a lot, like big things are coming, changes are coming. Like there's a lot of work going behind the scenes. So like
Yes.
hang out on game days, post to our Discord, give us some feedback because it's gonna be a lot of new stuff, a lot of new information soon, and I hope everyone's excited for it as I am.
Yeah. I would say also we've kind of teased some of the changes a little bit with how some of the game days have gone over the past like
Yeah.
couple of weeks since Extra Life. So,
Mhm.
again, Woody does an immense amount of work behind the scenes to keep the train rolling, and also to kind of keep us in check at times. And this is kind of one of those moments, but also I don't know if it's said enough, but we always appreciate feedback when it comes to our channel here, G1 Game Days, whether it's positive or negative or constructive or whatever the case might be. We appreciate the feedback because how are we going to grow if we don't know what we're doing right or wrong?
exactly.
So
If we stay stagnant, we're not going to grow.
exactly.
Oh,
My lips are a little
before
chapped
we for head out, I had to go look and try and find that clip because I don't have the clip saved on my hard drive anywhere. I gotta like that week I take off for mental health. I'm probably gonna do like a whole like get all my clips in order.
Right.
I'm not gonna be one of those people that purges because listen, like this is a side hustle for me. If Twitch takes down my channel, I don't give a fuck. I will just rebuild.
Right.
I can't stop all of us. But it's funny. My most viewed clip that I've ever made was "Stop Being Purple."
Oh, jeez, really?
Yeah. Second one is "Why Wolf" from Game Days in Grand Theft Auto 5 2 years ago. I have no idea what that one's about.
That Stop Being Purple one. I was gonna get the audio for that, but it without like the context of it, it just doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah, all of my most viewed clips are ones from Game Days. My fourth one is Goro free DLC for Forza Horizon 2.
Oh yeah, that one. When
Oh,
the
God,
game
that
broke.
one.
Yeah, we T-posed to make Goro.
Yeah. And
Y'all became one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the game put us in different areas too.
Hi-Ho Silver Away. Oh, is that you launched me in the Warthog?
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right.
I love the names of these.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us tonight, guys. Yeah, we need questions, so I'm gonna have a marker underneath another marker for the podcast questions for God. It'll be in 2021.
Yep. This is welcome to the last podcast of 2020.
Yep. We'll let you know.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a link for the Discord. If you're not joined in there, come join us. The only thing that's in the podcast question I just realized is Woody put a GIF from Starship Troopers where Johnny Rico just goes, "You want to live forever?" I have no context for that.
I don't remember why I did it. I know there's a reason, but
I don't remember.
my brain don't work.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Y'all know my brain is sometimes a little off.
And especially considering you were part of the highest